Going on, Joe fans? Centex Collector here with another 3D printed classified scale vehicle for you. This time it is the Dreadnok Gyrocopter, basically the Fang and Dreadnok color variation. If you saw my previous Fang that I did, I scaled that one down 90%, and I'm far much liking this size. The other one found a new home in Hawaii already, or else I would have compared the two, but I'm digging. This is, the Fang was a small attack helicopter, so I'm definitely digging this. I mean, this thing is just awesome. And I'll probably redo another one in regular colors I'll throw up on my eBay stores. I'm liking this smaller scale. But this thing just printed out great. And the Fang was one of the first ones I printed originally. So basically we just have 4 colors. I got the PLA, so it's Bambu Dark Blue Matte, Bambu Green Basic, Dark Red Matte, and Charcoal Matte. I didn't want to do the engine in red. I felt black would just be better. I'm kind of wishing maybe I would have did this in green to match. But anyway, so there's that. And this thing just came printed really well this go round. I probably should have did the whole. I just did the top in red because this piece, this cockpit piece, took about 8 hours just because of the red. But now I'm thinking I should have did the whole Cobra logo in red instead of just the top. But it definitely pops better than last time when I left it in black. But yes, this is about an 8-hour piece. And there's a piece, this front cap here, this ball piece, this gun piece, the seat, the control stick. And I actually made this control panel myself, and I found a control panel in in Maker World that I liked. And then in Tinkercad, I figured out the dimensions of this trapezoid and threw that onto the trapezoid and combined it in Tinkercad, and then threw it in a Bambu Studio and added some red in there. So I'm really liking how that came out, because it was kind of rough because there were supports there, so it was really a rough part. So I figured the best way to cover that up per se would be to throw that control panel. So I'm digging that, because water slide decals are hit or miss with PLA, and if I can print something I will. And then speaking of decals, I created this one from scratch as well. This is like the Dreadnok logo for the the air assault stuff. So it'll look better when it's blown up. You can't see these little details, say JP something. But I'm going to eventually do the Skyhawk version of the Dreadnok, so that'll get blown up on the tail. You'll see that better. And then the engine, that's one piece here. And then this is a piece here, and then Bambu Studio, I painted this the green so it wasn't all blue. So like the original had this green here, and then 2 blades, and this piece right here, should glue the blades into here. And then, 4 missiles, and then 2 of the landing parts, and then there's pieces in there that combined together. And then this piece right here that holds the bomb was separate. Here's the bomb that we did in red, and then we got 2 propellers on each side, and then this circular piece in here was a separate piece, and then this tail piece was separate. So the tail piece actually had like a dovetail that went into this piece. So, and it took me probably about a day. The longest part was this piece here. It took 8 hours because of the red on here. If not, it would have been a quick print. But doing the red, when you're doing that color change, depending on how you print, when you print horizontal, it goes quicker. But this I had to print vertical because I printed it. You can see this was on the build plate. So when you're constantly switching color changes, that adds time to the print. But most of these prints, the propeller blade I was having some issues with because it kept like falling over or something, so I had to paint on supports. Automatic supports didn't work for that, so that was a learning experience. But overall, I mean, this was a really, the print quality, my print quality is getting better. I've got my print dialed in. Bamboo filament's really good. eSun prints really well too. Because you don't want to use, I mean, people try to buy cheap filament, but sometimes it just doesn't print well. And the camera doesn't do this thing any justice. But yeah, it did really well. Because last time I think I printed the bottom on the print bed. So you can see now I got a really clean bottom. As you can see with this piece, that's our piece. You can see I printed on the build plate there. So a lot of times the trick is just hiding your trouble spots per se. But yeah, I'm really pleased. And then the missiles are removable, and so is a bomb, but I'd rather not, because the bomb is like got a clip like this piece here, and you mess with that too much, you're just gonna snap it. So pretty much, like I said, these aren't quote unquote really playable or functional. I mean, this one's a little better, and this is super light because I printed the infill at 8% instead of like 15. If you want to make it stronger, yeah, you could bump it up to 15, 20, 25% to make it stronger. So you drop this thing, I'm not gonna say it's gonna shatter, but I wouldn't test your luck with dropping one of these bad boys. But for me, it's gonna be pretty much display with the rest of my Dreadnok vehicles. I'm just having fun printing these Dreadnok vehicles. I don't see a whole lot of people doing 3D prints, and I didn't even know, honestly, this variation existed when I did the Dreadnok Stinger, or basically they're calling it the ground assault 4x4. It's when I ran across these. I was like, oh, cool, Dreadnok's got more vehicles. So I'm loving the size on this thing. But let's throw a figure in here. So I'm go ahead and throw a torch in here, just like the box art. Biggest thing is just being careful. I mean, I glued the joystick down. You don't have to necessarily glue it down. It'll actually fit in there, but I want to keep it glued down so I don't lose it. But you can see, totally fine with the clearance. You can probably even put him down a little more, but I don't want to bump that joystick by accident. But just like the box art, we got a torch in here. And then we can compare it to the swamp fire that I did. So there's swamp fire for size comparisons. You can definitely see swamp fire is definitely wider. And this small copter still got the length on it. And let's take a look at the Stinger. And then here is our Dreadnok Stinger, which is comparable to Hasbro Stinger. So yeah, I'm just loving this smaller size, this Fang. So I think I'm gonna keep this size for future prints. And I'm just having a blast printing these Dreadnok vehicles. Because stuff I want to keep for myself, because I don't have a whole lot of shelf space. Just go nuts with printing vehicles, but I enjoy printing vehicles for other people too. But yeah, there we go. There is the Dreadnok Air Assault, the Gyrocopter, aka basically the Cobra Fang variation. Man, this thing just came out. I'm loving it. This thing came out great. But yeah, guys, just keep following me on my 3D printing journey here. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.